What up, lads? It's time to get all the bad guys in 1, 3, 4, and 5. So let's start with Chapter 1. So the reason we did Chapter 2 first for doing all the refights and whatever is we got that special new cannon, which you use in a couple places to be able to break down barriers you couldn't before. And that's actually the reason we weren't able to fight this one boss. If you remember, like, way early on, I was like, it says I need to come back after I beat Chapter 6. I wonder why that is. And, of course, the reason is Chapter 6 is when that girl, I forget her name, from Chapter 2 goes back to Chapter 2, and then you can beat her. So it's kind of cool. And it's also a reason that you can't just, like, beat the game in one fell swoop. So, like, you have to, at least for a couple of them, go back. So this boss could actually be a little tough because it's, like, so much harder than all the other ones. And the only unfortunate thing that I've mostly been saying positive about this game, even though it's not perfect, you know, obviously. But one of the things I don't like about it is when you, like, revisit a chapter, it starts you at the very beginning, which is annoying in this chapter because I have to go literally to the farthest part to fight this guy, which is, like, just like, okay, I have to go through this whole town again. But it's even more annoying for Chapter 3, where I literally have to go to the end of that friggin' mountain. And it's just like, it's probably five minutes of me just running this mountain. Now, there's going to be a couple things I do on the way up, because I have, like, a couple guys I have to fight. But it's still like, man, I wish there was a way that you could, like, choose which save point you start at. I know that's, like, a bit to ask, or even give me 2 or 3 options, like, start at the beginning, start in the village, start in the ancient bamboo forest for Chapter 1, would be kind of nice. It's not a huge thing. It's not like it's, like, imagine playing Fallout 3 and not having quick travel would be like, I hate this game. You know, like, even the most hardcore person would be like, I cannot play this game, you know? Even, like, the Batman games, when I played them for PS3 and whatever, like, if they did not have fast travel when I'm doing all the extra stuff, I'd be like, I can't play this game, you know, so. Well, luckily it does. For those. So, yeah, we're heading to...
Imagine 100% in game like the Arkham games.
I
has a million things to do.
I actually, believe it or not, almost did an Arkham Knight, which people weren't huge fans of that game, but I loved that game. I loved it so much.
I actually never finished it.
The only thing that I didn't do was the Riddler trophies, because that's just a bit much for me. Like, I just get so... And I got to the point where all I would do is be sitting there with my phone, looking at, like, specific in-depth walkthroughs of like, where exactly the trophies were. So even if I had, like, the hints, I would be standing right there, and I'm like, I can't find it. And I would just have to, like, look at it, and I'd be like, okay. And going through the game, I found a couple of them, like, randomly, so I had to be like, did I get that one before? And I would go there and be like, I must have gotten it already. So I was just like, I'm done. I can't. I think I got, like, 20 or 30 of them out of 100 and was like, man, 100's too much. I just can't do this. So if you can see that over there, there is, this threw me off at first. Like, you're like, how do I get there? And I just kept going around. I knew I had to shoot, like, one of these things. Go away. I knew I had to fight one of these things, but I wasn't really entirely sure where.
So wasn't the rocks back there?
It wasn't. It's actually going to be up here. I believe it's...
the map sort of makes it look like it, but yeah, still a little awkward.
So first thing we're going to do, since we're here, is we're going to go up here and get the scroll. As I mentioned, the scrolls give you the new... I, like, never would have found that.
It's just in such a random place.
Yeah, it's like literally
next to a waterfall.
Yeah, it's as far back as you possibly could be. They do a good job of hiding them, but still, it's like for something important. Like I went the entire game, by the way, without finding a single one. So I beat the game on my other file with only having that stupid whirlwind one, and it's like, wow. So I kind of forget if I'm, like, higher leveled or whatever than I was in my other file, but I'm gonna save here because I think, have trouble on this one. Which, by the way, I want to tell you guys something. I can save my game here, just in case you're curious. And then the cool thing is, once I beat this once I beat this boss, it'll, as it did last time, be like, do you want to end this chapter? Which is actually a really cool thing they did.
I'm surprised there's like a cutscene for this.
Yeah, I guess they consider this one because you have to be pretty deep into the game. I guess they consider it like a main one, even though I don't know who that is. I don't know if I guess we're not supposed to. No, okay.
I will not let you interfere with the fiend's plans. I shall fill this pitiful world with the presence of the Mind My Own Bar.
Yes.
Hyakimaru, prepare to meet your doom.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah, they made it seem like it was going to be like an important thing, but like
maybe this was like a chapter that they had to scrap like mid-development, and they're like, we still have this boss, because like the boss obviously is like way more high effort as well.
Yeah. Super high level too. I don't even know if it's like, clearly it doesn't have a lot of life, but I just remember always being like I can't
like
hit this
that
thing.
that one might be like the best modeled fiend that we've seen so far, and it's just such a random one.
No. Oh, baby.
Yeah, like it does a decent amount of damage, but at the same time, it's like,
Well, for a boss like this, where like I'm already at like 20% of my life done, I'll take it. Okay. So all we have to do is really avoid that stupid Sonic attack.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's invulnerable for the entire time they use it.
I don't know if I'll get it again for this boss. I guess I could if I like fight all these guys. Maybe that's the whole reason they put him here.
Slow down.
Certainly some slowdown going on.
I guess it's all the flowers. I don't know.
Wow, I could not get away from that no matter how hard I tried.
Yeah, that's weird.
Essentially, all I need is to get that one more time, and then I'm like insured of the dubs. Bullets, huh? Like, I have literally not used the gun in like the longest time, especially since I'm using like normal swords.
Oh, by the way, I wasn't sure if I wanted to comment on this because it's kind of weird to comment on, but her front legs are jutting out of her boobs. Like you can definitely see the boobs.
I guess that's true.
Like where the nipples are. It's such a weird design. It's actually surprising that they like okayed that to be on the PS2.
Maybe they didn't get this far in the game.
Although I guess God of War has actual nudity in it as well.
Okay, so actually in this one, this might end it. No, not quite, but that's okay.
Well, Doro actually did something.
Base Toro. Hey, bud, it's pretty much over. Can you stop?
No, dude. Never gonna let you attack again.
So that's all I have to do is like start to shoot it, and it'll be like, no! I also don't know what Lord Sabame is.
Yeah, it really feels like it was like a cut chapter, maybe. It's just like, hey,
I've definitely beaten this game the whole... Well, okay. So the one thing I will say is I haven't yet, on my other file, fought the final fiend, because I don't know, I'm not going to be there in the Let's Play for at least, like, a couple parts. I guess that could be the name of the final fiend? I mean, it's possible. But that would be something you also don't like, unless they assume that that's one of the very last ones you ever find. But I don't know. That's very interesting. Okay, so we're gonna head to chapter 3. I apologize, guys, about this. We'll still have amazing commentary. Don't you worry about that. But
Okay, so yeah, Sabame, they made an anime of this. And Sabame shows up in episode 14 and 15. It is connected to My Onba.
Huh, and that's the name of that?
So he was hypnotized by My Onba to become her lover and was manipulated to kill Yakimaru and Dororo so that her offspring can eat them. But why would she say Lord Sabame? I mean, it sounds like... I don't know.
I gotta say, that's pretty interesting.
But yeah, it really seems like it was just like they wanted to add that chapter, but then they
Just
ran
didn't
out
at
of...
some point. That's so funny. I mean, clearly, I could definitely see this being a game where, like, they had more stuff and they had to scrap it. I mean, that's, you know, almost every game, but... interesting. I don't think I stand... No, I literally just saved. I don't think I stand any chance of losing, but...
I can save the game here.
I really want to make it that the only person I lose to is that one weird poison guy from Chapter 2. Where to be fair, I did fight him a little early. I think this one, all I need to do is... Okay.
Oh. So I was reading the My Wikipedia article, and like they were talking about like there's only 12 demons, but apparently that was only for the anime because animating 48 of them would probably be too much.
Well, and also it would be like, it would either be you fight 2 or 3 every single episode, or it would be a super long anime.
Yeah, and that sounds super formulaic.
So there's an anime. What's it called? I'm sure
it's just called Dororo 2019.
2019?
So it came out last year. I kind of want to watch it now.
Wow.
I never even knew it existed.
Oh, it's a apt time to play this game then. So yeah, obviously this is if you remember, this is the thing that was living inside the magistrate, the big guy.
Yeah, you did never kill him.
We never killed him. You know what? Whatever. Like when they just disappear like that. Oh yeah, I love having those like extra hits. So cool. That last one where he almost treats it like a dagger and like pulls it up. It's pretty cool. Hello, you're gonna do that weird move, aren't you? No! Oh, and I'm pretty sure that this is one that has required you to revisit the chapter.
Let me guess, it gives you your stomach back. If it doesn't give you your stomach back...
That's a good question.
Wait, didn't you get your stomach already?
I feel like you did.
Maybe one of your intestines?
A lot of these ones are the chakras, or like that, because there's like 7 chakras, or 9 or something like that, so a lot of these optional bosses are that.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
That one I'm fine with.
Ooh, max HP, 42. Yum, yum, yum. So there's one more fiend in this chapter, and unfortunately it's at the very end. So if I was playing this on emulation, this is definitely one where I would just advance it, but... So we do have one very, very quick pit stop to make, but it's not anything super fancy. So like, yeah, literally, I wish you could just be like, save and then exit and be like, do you want to start at the top of the mountain? Like, I literally have to go to the very end of the mountain. I'm talking through the village, past the magistrate house, all that stuff. So part's kind of lame. So yeah, the fact that there is a Dororo anime from 2019 is like very cool. Like, I'm curious to know if Blood Will Tell, I guess they just call it Dororo in Japan, if like this game is like, I'm guessing it's much better known, but my curiosity would be, like, if for any reason anyone would know this, like, if the game is like very well received there.
I don't know.
You know, so it's like, I think about like, I did however many months ago, 6 months ago, whatever, the, what's that bad game that I did, the Japanese one? Kuon. So like, is Kuon well received over there? Like, I can't imagine.
I'm trying to look up the JP Amazon to see.
Oh, like,
if
see
I can
what,
find
like,
it.
what it costs and what the reviews are and stuff. By the way, check out this one right here. Do you see this? You can't break these, even though it looks like you should be able to. I don't know why they animated them in that exact way.
Yeah, that's weird.
I definitely spent like a good 5 minutes being like, why is this not working? So, yeah, I'm always curious because one of the funny things about, you know, American games compared to Japanese games is a lot of games that are very expensive in America are actually rather cheap in Japan. Like Earthbound and Chrono Trigger are like pretty damn cheap.
Talking about games that are cheap in Japan, apparently you can get this game for like $11.
Yeah, whereas over here it's like at least what, $200-300 whatever bucks. And it's like weird. So it's like Chrono Trigger and Earthbound, you can get like complete copies, I guarantee, for like less than 50
I think the
bucks.
box art looks pretty cool.
That is pretty neat. It's like much more anime. I like the American version, it's fine, but the anime version's pretty cool. But like, and Trevor knows more about this than I do, but I know games that are actually pretty common over here are actually some of the rarest ones in Japan. I don't know any examples off the top of my head.
So I actually have an example. So, like 5 years ago, I was trying to make my own collection, but I had this weird mindset where I didn't want to collect any system.
By the way, this is where the scroll is.
Cool. I didn't want to collect any system that Spencer was collecting for, which basically was like
Sega.
Basically everything. So I was like, I'm gonna start a Super Famicom collection and get like box games. And I actually have a fair deal of Super Famicom box games, like probably like 50 to 80, I don't know. But I remember there's a Spider-Man game that's called Spider-Man Lethal Foes for Super Famicom, and in Japan it's like a $400 game.
Wow. I forget if that's one that was released under that title, dang it, in America. That
might be like Separation Anxiety.
The subtitle sounds actually kind of familiar.
I'm gonna look that up to see if it's still really expensive.
Like there's a game, I think there's a game called Lethal Foes of Spider-Man.
There's another really random one, and this is a game that's Japanese exclusive, but there's actually an Alien versus Predator game for Super Famicom.
Come on.
And that never came out in America, right? I don't think so. We got Alien 3, which was a...
No, there is. It's a beat 'em up. It's like a Turtles in Time kind of thing. Alien versus Predator.
It came out for like American Super Nintendo.
It's not ridiculous. It's probably $40-50. I'm certain of it. You just don't see it often, but it's not like
okay, so just
super
never mind
expensive.
about that then.
I think it's like $40-50, something like that. It's not anything super crazy.
I don't remember that game being necessarily super expensive in Japan either. Probably like $80 or something.
We're almost there. You guys can see it on the see that star as we go through the entire friggin' mountain. I complained about this mountain the first time through, and I still feel the same way. It's just vacuous. There's just not a whole heck of a lot going on. And you have to revisit the chapter for this. So to do this 100%, you absolutely have to, like, return and, you know, whatever. So it's certainly something. Okay.
Yeah, so I was wrong. The American one is just called Spider-Man Lethal Foes. It's not different.
For SNES?
Yeah.
Really? The name sounds familiar, but it must not be something we see too often.
I'll double check on it. I'll go back. But yeah, boxed copies of Lethal Foes. There's one for $600.
My gosh.
There's one for $700, and that's it. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, especially random games like that. What's a copy of Earthbound in Japan going for? Wow, why do I have so much slowdown? Oh, it's because all these enemies are spawning. Oh my god, this game's running at like 2 frames a second. Holy crap. Oh my god.
Oh, are these like reproductions?
Okay, that's much better. That's not much better. What is happening to this game right now? I feel like when you run past a lot of the enemies, you just encounter that slowdown because they're just, you know, still loaded on screen.
Does that look like a reproduction to you?
No, that's a real one. I just didn't know it was called Lethal Foes. Because that's based off the Spider-Man animated show. So, like, I always just refer to it as Spider-Man animated.
Demon aura.
Okay, this boss is pretty freaking hard.
It doesn't actually say it's Lethal Foes, it's just Spider-Man.
Yeah, so this boss is pretty tough. So we'll see. Alright. I think it's like a level 40 plus or something like that, which that really? Why do I remember having such a hard time with it? Maybe it like takes a lot of damage, I don't know. Or am I thinking of, oh, you know what? I might be thinking of the Never mind. I might be thinking of the actual boss you fight here, like the mountain, being super hard. Because I certainly am BTFOing him right now.
I mean, that takes a decent amount of damage, but it's pretty easy to avoid.
I could have also... Oh, like, once you get him down, he sends out 3 of them, and that's pretty tough. But as long as I play not like an idiot, should be fine.
Okay, I can sort of see maybe having some problems. Wow, they just keep bouncing back and forth. What the heck?
Seems like this is one of those kill him before he kills you kind of bosses. If I can get the thing up one time, I'll be good. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see it. Okay. Come on, just get it up one time. Go away! Thanks, Doro. Okay.
Probably dead.
Nice! Alright, good. Well, so that's why I remember being hard. It's just one of those, like... I don't know, there's like a specific term for him, but it's like kill him before he kills you. He has very little defense, but very high attack and all that. Oh, by the way, the last one you get from the very final boss, the last body part's pretty cool. Like, it's like pretty like iconic and epic and all that. So we get abdominal muscles, which actually doesn't do too much in the grand scheme of things. But we are done with chapter 3 now. So we have chapters 1, 2, 3, and 6 all done. So let's head to chapter 4. I don't specifically remember where all these bosses are, but they're not like... Because I have... Oh, 4 fiends. Because I have the ability to sense them, like, it's not really... And once you revisit, they obviously and clearly show up on screen. They're pretty hard not to, like... They're honestly pretty hard to miss, especially if you know where all the areas are.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. You said you didn't do this?
What's that?
When you were replaying it, you didn't do this chapter? Is that what you're saying?
No,
okay.
I don't even know what that guy was saying. But, like, I didn't, like, memorize where they are. I did it. But it must have been... A lot of times, if it's, like, so relatively, like, easy to remember, it's, like, I don't even make a mental note of it, you know? The scroll on this one's actually pretty difficult to find. And I'm hoping I kind of remember. So, I want to check equipment. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I beat chapters 1, 2, 3, and 6. So I wonder why I have 5 of them. We'll find out. Maybe I got the one in chapter...
Is there one per chapter?
I think I got the one in chapter 5, the mountain one. Yeah, there's one per chapter, so I should have... I believe I should... Yeah, I should have 7 at the end. Okay, so there's one up here. Not a very hard boss. I tried to fight this the first time through, and boy, did I get BTFO'd. But obviously, if you do a lot of these on... If you do a lot of these on revisits, it's really not that bad at all. It's a pretty cool looking boss.
Oh, this tree.
I know, I love the trees falling down, just like... Yeah, when I was playing through it the first time, I was like way under-leveled for this boss. I had like the level 15 sword and whatever, and I don't even think... I think it was such a slog that like I literally just like quit. I was like, I'll just come back. Yeah, this one on me. Yeah, this one on me. Yeah, especially when you can do the knockbacks on them, at that point it's like all over.
Yeah, and when you do so much damage, they get like staggered all the time because like they're doing more damage than they're programmed
so
to do it.
the key to this game is just be strong, and then everything will be easy. Ah, man, come on.
Oh yeah, I'm a cat that burrows into the ground. I don't know what that thing's supposed to be.
I think it's called like Demon Cat or something like that. I'll do that the whole time, bro. Oh wow, if I just stayed on the ground, I would have killed it in like 3 combos. Holy crap! I'll just have to remember to just be on the ground because that's so strong. There are 2 fiends in each north and south town, so What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheese it a little bit. Once I beat the other fiend in Northtown, is I'm gonna save and exit, and then come back in into like the middle part. Yes, this is one of the chakras.
Hey, +9 luck.
Which at this point it's like I don't even like need anything, like in terms of like drops. But yeah, so yeah, what I'm gonna do in this one is I'm gonna fight both of them in Northtown, and also get the scroll in Northtown. And then, like I said, load back up in the middle, because going the whole way through again into Southtown is ZZZ City. Alright, so where am I actually going here? Hold on, lads. This one, okay. Sometimes it's pretty hard to see what, like, specifically is going on in that mini-map. Oh, maybe I did that wrong. Okay, I have to go back and go down the bottom one.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Dororo anime, and I just looked up on like an anime review site to see if it had good reviews, and it looks like people actually really like it, and it's sort of popular. So I think I'm actually gonna watch that the next week or two.
Yeah, let me know what you find it on. I'm sure it's obviously like just some.
I'm sure it's on Crunchyroll or Hulu or something.
Yeah, if it is, let me know, because I would watch that, especially, I assume it stars Hyakimaru and everything, which is pretty cool to...
The poster had Dororo and Hyakimaru.
Pretty cool to see. That's neat. Okay, so we're heading to Northtown 2, which I believe there's no boss here, but this is where I get the scroll, which is, like, very, like, just generally hidden. And I would, like, not really necessarily... It's not super hidden, it's just like, you would have to go through this entire place to like figure out exactly where it is. Which I honestly literally forget where it is. Oh, yeah, I think it's actually up here. Yeah, this is it. Go away. Yeah. You know what, let's switch scrolls. Because the other one's awesome, but I'm not fighting any hard bosses right now, so...
Spirit Slash.
Yeah, let's do Spirit Slash. Let's try that. Let's try to at least do one. Ooh, let's use it right now. Oh, wait, I did that. Wait, oh, is that all it was? Oh, that sucks. Did I use that wrong? Spirit Slash. Charges a sword with energy, then unleashes a wave of ki at his enemy. He didn't even kill one enemy.
It seemed like it.
So Divine Justice I use, Thunder Strike. We'll try that out for next one.
I think these are all like AoE attacks, but just different elements.
Wait, where did I? Right here. Okay, so I need to remember which way the actual exit is. I think it's the upper left. They're not super specific about like showing it on the screen, so okay. And I believe it is either here or on the bridge coming up. I kind of forget a lot of this because it's like split into two and it's so friggin' big. Okay, so can you not throw up on everything? Thanks.
I love those Bandersnatch enemies.
Okay.
Code Veronica reference for you folks.
That's right, folks.
You know about Code Veronica, the Resident Evil that no one talks about ever?
Pretty much ever. People don't even like speedrunning it because it's just so stinking long.
Although I guess the more relevant one is 0, probably.
Yeah, I'd probably say so. So I'm trying to get... Oh, man. I actually kind of forget this. It's not to the right, because that's where it looks like you should be doing, and it is not. Weird throwing up enemies. Get out of here. Okay. Alright. I think this might... I want to go down.
Yeah, I think you're right. If you jump off to the forward, I think you'd land on something.
Alright. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty certain that it's too... Please don't tell me this is where I started.
Oh?
No, it's definitely not. Oh, cool. Great. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's 2 on each, so I'll fight this. Oh yeah. Check out my epic skills.
Dang. I like your broken PS2 controller being like.
It is not broken.
Oh, is it not?
It is just heavily used.
Okay.
I don't even remember some of these. I'm this guy.
Hey, green ogre guy.
Unfortunately,
It
when
looks like Blanca.
yeah, unfortunately, when you come back and you're like pretty strong with pretty strong swords, like a lot of them like blend in because you're just like you only remember the ones that really like really
Blood
make it
Ape.
tough on you.
You're telling me you don't remember Blood Ape? The 29th fiend that just shows up? I mean, look at all his cool moves. He like
Holy
beats
crap.
his chest.
Oh, so that's all I have to do is just hit him in the head and cause too much damage. You see those? Oh, come on! I was gonna say, you see those epic moves? That was not epic.
This guy knows that we're bad mouthing him, and he's ready to show that he's the best fiend.
Whoa! Whoa! Where did I hit?
I wasn't paying attention to the HP bar. Was it a lot?
Yeah, it took like half of a bar. Wherever I hit, that weak spot was very weak. Wow, if you hit him in the back, it takes like nothing. Yeah, right
Whoa,
there.
What the heck? Like his chest or something?
Freaking guess. Yo, let me use the move. Yes. All right, lightning.
Hey.
Okay.
Saw it for 1 millisecond.
Well, I guess I'll use it one more time because that was. I that was funny.
Alright, your chest.
Don't be surprised if it's one of those chakras. Like I said, there's literally
Pancreas.
7 or 9 of them
Pancreas.
in your chest.
Yeah.
Chest, pancreas,
Ribs.
literally ribs. Endurance seems good. Okay. I'm gonna head a little bit more north just to. No, I'm. Where did I came from the. No, I didn't come from the bottom. Let me check something real quick. Because there's a save point right there and I can just leave if need be. Let's see where this leads me to. If this leads me to the bridge, I might be able to
Oh, yeah,
do one of these.
This chapter was giant.
Yeah, this chapter's huge. This game is actually kind of huge. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. It literally takes me out to District 1. Good. So, let's just leave. I never did that before. I don't even know how that makes any sense for it to do that, but I guess you went down for a little bit. Good. Okay, so I don't have to leave the chapter then. I can just head to south part. So... Nope. Just trying to build that thing up a little bit. And level my sword arms up, you know. The things that I literally will not.
Yeah.
Actually, your sword arms do level up when you use just your normal sword. I know that for a fact because
Yeah, we proved it.
yeah, I've been using only normal swords. Hello? Okay, seriously.
You can't go over that rubble. Are you stupid?
Yeah,
Don't you know games?
Gamers. I don't. I like how this is set up like World War I, where it's just like trench warfare.
Yeah, I don't know if this is based off like some historical Japanese battle, but
I'm gonna take the wild guess and say yes. I wish I knew more about ancient Japan, lads, but I don't.
Yeah,
I like this game, but I know about I know a lot about like slugs and stuff from Kuon.
I don't even know like most of the periods. I know it's like Sengoku era, Edo era. I might be wrong about that. I don't know what time frame those are in. I know about Miyamoto Musashi. He's a famous sword guy. He did some stuff, I guess.
Was he a brave fencer?
You could say so. He was also a 3-foot tall manlet.
Based. But everyone was back then. I like that big X there, but the X is like literally just a ton of enemies. Alright, so this is one of them, and you know what the funny thing is, lads? I know where the last one is. Off the top of my head, lads. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this is another one where you... Oh yeah, this one is not obvious at all. Of how you have to get it to show up.
What?
Yeah, you have to go the whole way in here. And do you see in that upper left-hand corner how there's like a little spot just kind of chilling? You have to go the whole way to there. I don't know if you can see that like kind of ray of light coming through. But I have to come the whole way over here and hit this. And then, oh, I got my spirit max, so I get to use that thing. But then, nope, then you get to fight the boss. That one actually took me, like, I'm not gonna lie, I literally looked that one up because I was like, how am I not figuring out what this boss needs?
Just go to the other side of the map and do this one specific thing.
I have mentioned several times on this channel that I will look stuff up if it's, like, annoying me because I just don't have that patience. So that one I looked up probably a half dozen things in this game. Oh, we already fought this in chapter, I want to say, maybe 1. This one's called Death, which is pretty cool. I don't know why it's specifically called Death compared to everything else. But, and it's like the 23rd fiend.
Yeah, you think death would be pretty important.
That's just Castlevania telling you. Oh, no, this one we fight... I want to say we fight in chapter 2. Oh, yeah. Hey, baby.
You weren't even close to it. Also, it took nothing.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. So far my favorite is still, hello? Wait, oh, I can't, can I not change in the, oh, okay.
Maybe it was, like, in the middle of, like, you using it. I was like, don't do that.
So Sparrow's Flight definitely did. Firestorm, I didn't.
Dude, I bet Firestorm and Whirlwind Attack are, like, identical to that Thunderstrike move.
Do you like this dude, like, just being an epic skater?
I like him T-posing across the entire screen. He sure has a lot of HP.
That's essentially the rest of the battle, where all he does is just do that, and you're, like, very annoyed.
Oh, and randomly teleports away.
One of these based guys. Nice, that didn't even hit me. Oh! Someone has a weak spot. Someone has a weak spot, I wonder who.
Somebody. Once.
Some.
Told.
I miss my when my phone ringtone was somebody, and that's all it was. I guess I could just put that back on at any time, huh? But that was on the old phone.
Yeah, doing on an iPhone is a little annoying.
Is it? I just kind of forgot where the file of just somebody was. And you know what? It's apt too, because it's somebody calling you. I mean, if you count robots as well as somebody. Hi, go away. Thanks.
No, that's a something. You can't make a song about something.
Something! And the last boss in this chapter is going to be, like, right over here. What we're going to do is I'm going to fight this chapter, and then we're going to call it a part. And then we'll start it up again. Thyroid gland, that's nice. That's goiters, folks. You know, where you, like, have a thyroid deficiency or whatever. Now he can rock that thyroid deficiency. Gotta get that salt. You know, like, sometimes I think about, like, because, like, it's hard enough nowadays to, like, get, what am I doing? I'm, like, following the map too much. Just go straight. It's, like, hard enough to get, like, good nutrition and stuff nowadays, because sometimes, like, I'll be like, oh, I didn't have any vitamin C today, because whatever. But, like, imagine being, like a pirate, or, like, a knight, like, back in the day or whatever, where it's just, like, what's your food? It's, like, mutton and glog, or gruel, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
Or like...
I feel like I have no energy. Oh yeah, because I don't get any vitamins or any like...
Yeah, would you like some gruel and stale moldy bread?
Yeah. Cool. And it's just like in the, in the... Ooh, I like that. Yeah, we fought this guy in, I think, the end of chapter 6. Love this. Oh yeah, you ready? Let's do
ready.
it.
Wow, it sucked.
Yeah, I'm not... I mean, so far that one is like totally winning. Okay, so we did Firestorm, we did Thunderstrike.
Then do Whirlwind.
Divine Justice is the good one.
Yeah. Spirit Slash was the disappointing one.
So Sparrow's Flight.
It's just Whirlwind and that's
Whirlwind. Okay. We get one in Chapter 7 as well that I haven't tried using. So. Oh yeah. I don't care, bro. You can keep me back. But yeah, that like most of the people that died in like...
Didn't you fight another boss last part that had a backpack that...
Yeah. No, this is like just literally a reskin.
Nice.
Died of like disease and not having like, you know, good nutrition and stuff. And that's like so lame if you think about it, because like I'm not for any war, but like it's at least like, yeah, we went down in a blaze of glory. It's like, oh, what happened to you? Oh, I didn't get enough vitamin C. Like, sucks. Come on! Bro. It's like it doesn't want me to get that last. Thanks. Did you see that? I like got hit at the last moment. Yeah, we definitely fought that. I think at the end of chapter 6.
You know the other thing that happened at the very end? Your sword
arms have leveled up. Don't give me such good swords if you want me to use my dang sword arms. Okay. So we got ourselves Cerebral Neocortex. That's pretty important. Alright, so we're going to enter into the next chapter, which I think is the last one that I need, which is chapter 5. Like I said, I think I said at the end of the last sit down that, like, we are very quickly going to be getting a lot of body parts. Yes. So, this is the last one I need to revisit. And we will see you in 1 sec, folks.